that fade out is dastardly work. Let me tell you something. When that fade out comes in, I was like, damn, what's the DJ playing next? Like, I felt that in my soul. I'm not mad at that 60-second song because I get to hear that song a little bit longer. Anyway, folks, look, y'all know that when we started up, we already talking about something that don't even make no sense. So, folks, we have a really great show for you today for our geek culture upfronts. We've got video games, we've got comics, we've got novels, we've got new shows and returning shows. We've got a lot to talk about, and we're gonna have a lot of fun doing it because it's been a little bit stressful for some of us. No names. You can probably tell who. Quick clue: it's a person with the straightest thumbs in all of geek culture. Well, if you give yourself away on that one, that nothing to do with me. So, as always, Chava, are you ready?
Ready?
Yeah. Well, you're definitely going to jail. Robert, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, folks, let's have some fun. Yep, that was totally the wrong intro. So that's cool. Don't worry about it. Folks,
It's a stressful day for all of us.
it has been a stressful day. It really has been a stressful day. It has, but check this out because I'm the master of time and space. I can do what I want in here. Hey, folks, what's up? Welcome to another episode of our Geek Culture Upfronts, presented to you, excuse me, on the Hungry Bleak channel by way of TBA News. It's been a really hot day. It's a hot week here in Jersey, what have you, but it's going to be a cool time right here. As always, I am Antonio Palmares, aka the Hungry Bleak, the hungriest man in the room.
And this is your girl Jabba Chin with the strings and string.
And this is Robert J., writer, podcaster, man of many hats, I guess. There you go.
Exactly. A lot of going on. Before we start out, folks, I just want to say this really quick. Unfortunately, this week we lost two incredible pioneers, two incredible legends. We know them, and they were back to back as well, which was crazy. We lost Malcolm Jamal Warner, most notably known for The Cosby Show, playing Theo Huxtable. When we first met him, he did not want to go to school, and he talked about being a gas station attendant. And then we saw him deal with everything from learning disability like dyslexia and graduating college. Malcolm Jamal Warner was just a very talented individual, between acting, music as well, which I loved that era when he was doing the music and everything, and the jazz was so cool. Known from Malcolm and Eddie, which I love that sitcom because it was just ridiculous. He just was so he was just a part of our culture, and unfortunately we lost him. And then the next day we lost one of, if you're into metal, or even if you're not into metal, you know him because he was one of the pioneers of reality television when it was more of a reality thing with the Osbournes, and that is Ozzy Osbourne, the lead of a Black Sabbath, Sharon. From that as well. He recently had a performance, an event, a concert, or something like that, with Black Sabbath.
It was his last performance, like he was making it his last performance.
Yeah, and they said the way he played was like he said no, and he just was like giving it everything. And they said they hadn't seen him like that in so long, so I think he knew. And what a beautiful way to send out, and that's so Ozzy from what I listen to his music and everything. Kid of the 80s, so I heard a lot of his music along with like all types of music. So RIP to those two incredible legends and icons that are, once again, I'll make the Doctor Who reference to like fixed points in time. They're two things that will not be changed. Thank you very much for everything you gave us, and we're going to try to honor you in our own type of way with this show, with having so many incredible things and enjoying them and having a great time. So, are y'all ready?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, Jabba, my eyes are locked on you, as they are Eyes of Wakanda. Oh my God, we're starting out already? What?
Yes. I mean, let's just put it like this. Ryan Coogler has been cooking this entire year, like with Sinners, and then God knows what else besides Rise of Wakanda. But like, this is going to be a new show on Disney Plus, and I'm so excited because coming out next month. And we get like to see the animation. I am excited to see like, what kind of story they're going to bring out. I think it's kind of like a prequel to like before the Wakanda that we know of, like, you know, for like T'Challa, stuff like that. So I'm interested. Animation looks crazy. I'm super excited. So August 27th. I don't know how many episodes, and I don't know if it's going to be like, you know, you throw it in there all at once, or if it's going to be like, you know, 4 episodes here and then another 4 here. So just be on the lookout. Make sure you save it onto like, you know, like your watch list of things to look forward to on Disney Plus. But can we just give up to Ryan Coogler? I mean, like, first, like with Sinners, I mean, and now he got this, and like I know he's gonna be doing more stuff later, like, you know, later on, especially within like the superhero like series. Like, we gotta give him his props.
Yeah, he this one in particular, because I think it's about, and it's something that was mentioned in the first Black Panther, how they would send agents out across the world to look into, you know, make sure the interests of Wakanda were taken care of, and then also to chase down them. So this is like it sounds like it's an espionage thriller over the decades, and I like that. So I'm definitely hyped to hear that or see that. The other thing I was going to mention, like you were giving your props to Ryan Coogler, like his production company, I think him and his wife, Proximity Media, they have a documentary series coming out on Nat Geo about Hurricane Katrina, and that's coming out this weekend. So like you said, this whole summer, they've been creatively just killing it between this, Sinners, and I think their production company had a hand in Ironheart too. So it's
that's right.
Yeah, it's a summer of Coogler, basically.
Look, he's doing it. I love what he's doing, giving us so much. And it's not just those things. It's just when he gives us something, it's always layered. I'm excited to watch this animation. I've been wanting something about Wakanda outside of the Black Panther saga.
Yeah.
I wanted something similar to a Worlds of Wakanda. So if we're getting this prequel, in essence, of what Wakanda was like years ago, I'm down for it, because even back then it was still the most technically advanced nation out there. The animation looks beautiful. I love the Black folks in animation. They look beautiful. The everything, the lips, give us the lips, we got big lips, give us the big lips. Awesome. I just love the look of it. The vibe is, I'm just imagining what the music is going to be like, because Coogler does not play with that music.
No.
Everything you think that he's been a part of, you can like hear the music almost to it. I mean, we ain't even got to go to Sinners. I mean, that's the obvious one right there.
Yeah.
But it's just, so this is very exciting. This is definitely, I think it's just going to be a mini series, unfortunately.
Damn it.
It looks like just a mini series. So possibly, if it's a mini series, let's say 8 episodes. I don't know if they're going to be released all at once, or if they're going to be, that I'm not sure. Either way, I'm on this. We are going to,
you better save it. Put it into like your watch list, like to wait until like it pops up and watch it when it comes out.
Yeah. And just so we're all prepared, yes, they're going to be review bombing this. Of course they are.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. We got this. You know how we do. When we like something, we show out and we support. Don't even worry about that review bombing. We're not giving them that credit now. You have to sabotage our stuff. You just make stuff and it sabotages by its own. That's the difference between us. That's it. You know what else is different between us? Is that we're like 2 different nations, but OneNation is coming up again. This is incredible because it's Arc 1 Omnibus. Look, the fact that they have an omnibus is a big thing and a huge thing, and I love it. Tell us about that, Robert.
Yeah. So I've been, along with Antonio, been preaching the gospel of OneNation and 133 Art specifically. I'm kind of biased because I got like 3 stories in this omnibus, so I've done writing for OneNation and 133 Art. But one of the things that I'm hyped about is that the 133 Art has been cooking with OneNation over years. And so you have to have a lot of content to have an omnibus, like critically acclaimed storytelling that's going on. And I know that maybe there have been other omnibuses like in the Kickstarter space, but for me, this is the one I care about because I'm in it. But then even if I wasn't, I would be a fan of OneNation. So OneNation it's like you said, if you're a fan of, as it says, X-Men, Black Panther, and Invincible, it's superheroics with the social commentary storytelling. And it's a period piece, which is amazing. But it tells the story of it starts off with this world's kind of linchpin, the Deacon Taylor, who's a Gulf War soldier, and he uses his extra normal abilities to save his patrol from an ambush during the Gulf War and becomes Paragon. So he becomes like the new superpowered face of the American military. And Paragon, along with this group of generation of superhumans called Karamets, find that being a superhero in a world that doesn't like people who look like them being superpowered becomes an issue. So like we have our characters dealing with the Los Angeles uprising after the Rodney King verdict, how they're kind of intertwined within stories like that or events like that, and then also the Gulf War. But this is like a culmination of years of really strong storytelling, which is very important now, especially within the world that we're living in, or within the times that we're living in. So I don't know if Jason had like like a, what do you call it, a magic ball or like a crystal ball to see into the future, but this omnibus dropping at this time is crucial. So it's like I said, if you're a fan, like they said, fan of something like X-Men or even Milestone Media, this is definitely the book for you. But we have some heavy hitters in this book: Alvin Ball, Jason Reeves on the art side. We have, I think, Matteo Illuminati is in this, and a bunch of other names that it's escaping me. But the Kickstarter launches on August 5th, and the good thing is that if you do like kind of an advanced pledge, you can get the omnibus for I think it's like 40% off the discount 40% off the cover price, and just get ahead of the game. This is but like I said, years worth of material which you'll enjoy. Like I love a good like collection, so I will definitely be investing in like something that I'm in or whatever. But it's a beautiful looking book, beautiful. The issues that I've read have been solid. So I want a lot of people to hop on this, especially for the people who are always saying they're tired of the same old, same old.
Mm-hmm.
This is something that's definitely new and fresh. So really,
So
really.
pretty much what we're saying is that our buddy Robert wrote some of these stories, so you better quiet. Thank you.
I like it's the other thing that I love what Jason is doing is that he's bringing in like a large group of creators to continue to build this world. So it's not just him saying like, let me just write all the OneNation stories and get a bunch of artists, which is not a problem. But I think one of the things that works with this, shout out to Alvin Ball, shout out to Greg Elise with Stronghold, is that you get a variety of perspectives and voices, and it helps that universe to grow in really good ways, really amazing ways. So I like I said, I'm just happy to be included in an omnibus. So I don't know if this is going to be the only time it happens in my lifetime, but if it is, it's a blessing. So.
Well, yeah, it's the fact of, and I was thinking about this the other day, like you're saying, to have that type of collection of work, and it's not an anthology.
No,
like it's everything from that first arc, and there's so much there. There's so much there. This is how much there was that Jason had the idea of coming up with a season pass for Kickstarters. Yep. That's how much work there is out there. Yeah. Which is still a dastardly idea, and I absolutely love that idea. I absolutely love it. And you could like pick the series that you wanted. So you would get, I think it was like maybe 2. Like, so for the next 2 issues that you would get, like they would like come to you when they were done. I think it was the next 2 or something like that. But it was just it's a great idea. I love it. I love seeing something like that. I'm hoping that more creators will have such bodies of work that they'll be able to have hardcover omnibus of their
I
collections, everything like
the
that.
hardcover.
Yeah,
I'm a
and
hardcover girly.
the fact that it's hardcover, that's a huge deal. That may not seem like, oh yeah, everybody's got a hardcover. Not everybody has a hardcover omnibus. Not everybody has that. That's almost one of those things that you kind of want to aspire your work to be in, because it means that somebody collected it. It might be on display on their coffee table or part of their library on the bookshelf with the other hardcover books. There's something there about a hardcover versus a softcover. Both are great, and you're able to read and support and beautiful. But there's something when your work is a hardcover book, like a hardcover omnibus, a collection of X amount. There's something psychological and optical about that makes you go, yeah, I did that. That's the work that I've done. That's the work that all these incredible artists have done with me. That's the work that 133 art. I always say 133 art, and I don't know why. I don't know why I don't say 133 art. I always say 133 art. I don't know why. I think that's just something that's in my head to say numbers separately. But I love it, and it's important, and I'm totally in support of it. And obviously, yeah, it's one of the biggest universes publishers out there. Like when you think of indie companies, 133 art is one of the names that does pop up because it's in a lot of everything, and it works with so many different people as far as maybe publishing someone's books or whatever. So it's becoming the central hub, if you want to say, in essence, it's becoming a part of the core, which is very important and very needed. So congratulations to everybody that's a part of that. I am ready for it.
So yeah, cheers to that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, he's totally not Tyler Perrying this. He's got everybody working on this.
Yeah.
And there are no bad wigs in any of the episodes, in any of the comments. I promise you, the hair is on point. There are no. Yeah, there is not yet. I don't know why Tyler caught a stray on that one. I don't know why he caught a stray on that one, but he did. If speaking of strays, Ancestral Recall. That was not a segue. I don't care. Whatever. That was not a segue. It wasn't. There's a company, excuse me, called Ahoy Comics, which is a company I found out about a few years ago. I forgot what it was that I was reading. Oh, it was a comic called The Gimmick, and it was about a wrestler who had superpowers. He was like invulnerable, super strong, what have you. Love the idea of it. And they have come up with some really cool, incredible comics there. And this new one that they have on is called Ancestral Recall. I'll actually just read it word for word for you. So this is Ancestral Recall. This is the stories by Jordan Clark, and the art is by Adagun Ethan. I hope I'm pronouncing your name properly. So Black History. For painter Melvin Waring, it's an actual superpower. When Melvin's wife mysteriously disappears, he must call on the most important Black figures of all time to help him in his search. A gripping saga from two Milestone Initiative members, writer Jordan Clark, who's at Aquaman, Star Wars Adventures, and artist Adagun Ethan. Again, I hope I'm butchering your name. Was on Poison Ivy, Milestone Universe, The Shadow Cabinet. You'll notice a theme here.
Yeah.
As you can see from the person here, Robert, Milestone Initiative, and the people who have been a part of the DC
talent search,
everything like that. There's a reason why they're there. As on this show, we have someone who's written Green Lantern. That's not even a joke. That's legit.
Who?
Like, you have no idea how every time I think about it, I'm like, wow, this dude has written Green Lantern. Now I'm sitting here talking to him about whatever. Like, legitimately, that's crazy. I love the idea of this because this brings into kind of like the thing about genetic memory almost.
Yeah.
There's kind of that idea how we don't really learn to walk. We just remember from people before us, and it's like different talents. So I love the idea of this. There was a comic similar to this as well a few years ago where it was an adventurer who used the abilities of certain literary characters. I love this idea. But first off, this cover is just whoever made this cover needs to be slapped ridiculously because this art is beautiful. I absolutely love the look of it, the visual. I love the text that they use for ancestral art. And Ahoy Comics. Yeah.
There's so many
Like,
brushes I can already pick out from.
see,
So.
but that's what I love. You as an artist have that different aspect, and you see some more of the technical things that are there that I might not see. So I love that perspective that you even saying brushes now makes me want to look and say, okay, can I see them? I love that. A cover that makes me not just look at it, but think and look and kind of not dissect it, but analyze each part of it. I absolutely love. It's beautiful. The story of being able to use the abilities of important Black figures in our history is beautiful. I can't imagine who they're going to bring into this book. I mean, will we see, some of our hidden figures in there if they have to figure out a math problem or a puzzle? I would love to see something like that.
I kind of hope that they do bring in figures that we're not fully familiar with.
Yes, that's what I want. I would love that.
We know like our main ones like Harriet Tubman, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, like Thurgood Marshall, like we know all of those, but it's like we don't know like the not as far as like the smaller people, but just like the people that we don't talk about within our history per se.
Mm-hmm. And I absolutely love the idea of we'll see the names that we know, but then bring us names that we don't know. Like I don't want to see George Washington Carver. No offense to him, but every time I heard all I heard in school was Martin Luther King and George Washington Carver and that peanut. I don't want to hear nothing else about no peanuts. I ain't got no allergy. I just don't want to hear about it. But this is going to be such a cool thing to see. And the fact that he's a painter, he's not like, this adventurer or special op, what have you. I love the fact that he's an artist, which maybe might link to that first cover that we got with the brush and everything. I'm just very excited for this. And Ahoy Comics, like I said, is a company that I'm invested in. I love seeing these smaller companies who have this huge groundswell that nobody's really talking about as much as they should.
Yeah.
But then when they do pop up, they pop up. I'm always on the lookout for companies like that who I'm like, I've noticed I've read like 4 books from them. Let me check them out and see what's going on. And Ahoy Comics is just, they're a company. I mean, you could just look at some of they've got a Toxic Avenger. Obviously, we have the movie coming out soon. They've got Toxic Avenger and Jesus Christ. I don't even know where that's going. That was totally by accident. I did not go on that on purpose. I'm serious, but I wouldn't have saw that.
Yo.
I mean, look, the Toxic Avenger has just been around, but you can see all the books that they've had.
I see green's like their favorite color.
Huh?
I see that greens are like favorite color because they use a lot of green.
Yeah, the colors I've noticed that the colors for them their tones are just very. They really do hit, and they cause this like almost like an emotional effect of it, which I love. But they've got a lot of great stuff coming out, so I'm excited by this. I want to read this. Also, I believe Kari Randolph did a cover for them.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Or just something. And whenever Kari's name is in the conversation, I got to check it out and see what's going on. But this is one of those comics where I was like, okay, cool, I'm in. So Ancestral looks amazing. It's beautiful. And like I said, Ahoy Comics, this is going to be out on August 6th. So please check it out because it looks just dope and amazing. You know what's dope and amazing? Video games, but also anime. Wait, what if you can get video and anime in the same thing? Java, tell us about the Demon Slayer game, please. Thank you.
As you guys know, if you haven't watched it yet, the Demon Slayer movie did just drop in theaters this month. So we're actually in the part of the Forbidden Castle. So that means more crazy fights, more crazy animations, but we're also getting another game out of it. Right. So I am super excited about that. So we're going to have Demon Slayer, the Kamai Chronicles. So most like this is run by Sega. Okay. Normally it's like Bandai usually does a lot of their a lot of anime games, especially like the Naruto ones too. So it looks like we're kind of similar with the Naruto's fight style a little bit from like the slow movement stuff like that. So if you are a fan of Demon Slayer, if not, you better go watch it. It's all on Crunchyroll / Funimation, however you want to call it, Crunchyroll, whatever. But I'm looking. I think it's just like a quick beat 'em up. But like, who doesn't like a good beat 'em up? What's your favorite anime character?
Yeah,
for real.
That was amazing.
I think this is going to be a lot of fun. I'm a fan of Demon Slayer. I'm catching up now. I'm on the Swordsmith Village.
So it's like
I'm like
right before the it's like right before the movie.
yeah. So
I want them to put it on Crunchyroll already so I can watch it.
The
movie's out. Because then I'm gonna have another movie on September.
They just put a movie on. No. It was the Kaiju number 8 movie they just put on Crunchyroll. My fault.
Oh, I'm gonna watch that too.
Damn. Okay. Well, not right now. Don't leave. I thought you were dead about to get up. Like, oh,
the screen just goes blank.
I'm just saying. I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. Yeah. I haven't played an anime video game in a while. I think the last one I played was Dragon Ball Z, but I love the style of the Demon Slayer fights and just the beauty of the blades and whether it's what I really love the water. The water is what got me into it. But the beauty, the water, the fire, and just the different ways that they fight, and it's amazing, and it has a beautiful fluidity to it. No pun intended, but it has a beautiful fluidity to it. And then seeing the different members of the Hajima and how wild and different they all are. My man was carrying a shotgun. I was like, okay, hold on, wait a second. Everybody's got a sword. My man got a double barrel hog leg.
Oh yeah.
Calm down, relax.
And also,
really cool.
It's also, I just realized out of like all the anime style games I've played, like from like Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, and stuff, this one is the only one I know that's definitely more heavy based on weapons than anything I can even think of. Because all the characters pretty much have a weapon. They have either some type of sword, dagger, whatever. I think the only person that is not weapon based, Nezuko. Because Homegirl's all hands on. Like she will put her hands on everybody.
I never thought about that. Which is maybe why I like it too, because most times you see an anime game, what have you, it is like a lot of fisticuffs. I mean, you have Dragon Ball Z, it's a North Star.
I say One Piece.
Like you were saying, One Piece, yeah.
What was that other one? What was it? A Jump Star, I think it was, where it was like a combination of all the like the big three, where it's like Bleach, Dragon Ball, Naruto, and One Piece or whatever. But that was like a whole
thing was in there too.
Huh?
The Yu Yu Hakusho, I think, was in there too.
Yeah, it was like a whole combo, like everybody in there. But yeah, I think Demon Slayer out of all the games, anime games that I've either seen or played, is definitely heavy weapon based.
So that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited for it, and this is cross platforms too, which is cool. So this is coming out on. I know you clap for that one. I think all the games we have are cross platform.
Oh yay!
Which is cool. We all just gave the corniest cheesy out there. But that's
the
like
thumbnail for the episode.
Yeah.
The credits go down and you just get that 80s thing. That's so awesome. Now I have to try to make that now too, which is really just so damn cheesy. No, but that's cool, and I'm legitimately excited to see that and to play with that. But yeah, because to using heavy weapons. Speaking of heavy weapons, Gears of War, Robert, what the hell? All the heavy. How was that? Wait, who was that? Is everybody okay? What the hell?
That was Jabba.
It's funny how Jabba was the one to give that. I'm like, who broke in my house? What do you want? I will give it to you. All I have is cookies and almond milk. That's it. That's all I got. I'm sorry.
Prices. Pesos.
I'm visibly shaking. I'm gonna be honest with you. So before I get even more scared, Robert, can you tell us about this, please?
Yeah, Gears of War reloaded. I'm still shook, but no. I'm gonna tell you a little story, and I'm trying to keep it short. When Gears came out like many moons ago, I was not interested. I just wasn't. There was something about like the roided up looking Marine running and shooting that it just didn't appeal to me. And I know this was and I was also kind of a Halo stan with it. I was firmly in the Halo camp. Then time passed. I played a little bit because when I got Game Pass, I played the first one. And I was like, okay, this is good, but it would be better running it with friends. And fast forward to last year, which was still many moons separated from when I played the first one, I had a friend, shout out to Dan, who said, I want to run all the Gears games with you on Game Pass. And I was like, okay, I love co-op games. And, I was like, this will be a reason to run it. After we ran through all 5 games that are on Game Pass, including this one, I am obsessed with this franchise, and it's mainly because of I've had some of the most fun with a co-op game running all the Gears games, but this one specifically, which is they're re-releasing it on in let's clap for Microsoft for realizing that. Give this to the people on PlayStation so that we can bring our PlayStation brethren and play crossplay on one of the greatest action shooters of all time. So it's crossplay, 4K resolution, 120 FPS support, and you have multiplayer, the 2-player co-op, but then I think there's you can play with up to 4 other players in the versus mode. I don't know if there's a horde mode on this, but I know that there's a versus mode, which was very popular for the series when it first came, for the game when it first came out.
Oh, I love horde mode.
It looks beautiful. It is I was looking at, kind of, they were doing the before and after, with the, with the updates, and it looks like it's a beautiful transfer. The gameplay has always been, top notch, but this is a game that I'm telling everybody, if you haven't played it on Xbox, it'll be on Game Pass, so you'll have a chance to run through it again or for the first time. But for the people my PlayStation brethren, run this game. It is so fun. And it tells a really, I actually really like the story that they're building up, but characters are on point. Voice acting was always fun. And when you get a chance to chainsaw one of the Locust members and have their body get like torn in half, there's no better feeling. And the other thing that this kind of excels at is the cover, is the shooting cover, which you have in games like The Division, which have done really, really well with that. But this was like the first time that I had run something that had like the cover, whatever mechanic, and it makes you feel like you're like in a firefight. So it's worth picking up. The crossplay, I'm really hyped about that. But this is, I might just do a run through for this for the heck of it with a friend. But I'm so happy that this is coming to PlayStation, but that this is going to lead us into E-Day, which is coming out next year. And hopefully we'll get the same treatment for the other Gears games, which expand from 2 players to 4, then to 3. So it's Gears in my life. Gears is amazing. And the other thing is, I wanted to say a special shout out to PlayStation for now doing the same with Helldivers, making that available to people on Xbox. And it's just like Christmas time. Like everybody's like shaking hands and we're happy. Like Xbox players can play Helldivers and Gears of War, with each other on crossplay. So I'm excited. But August 26th, this is going to be big.
Yeah, this is a game I played. I didn't really get into it. I know I got into it in the first game, but I didn't play it at first. I was like, I really don't care. I don't like big, heavy, hulking characters.
Yeah.
I like more like agile, characters that can do. That's part of why I usually pick the characters that I do in video games, or the way I create a character in a video game. And then when I played it, because people kept playing, I was like, all right, I'll play it. And when you feel him running, and he hits that cover.
Yep.
I can hear his feet now running, and I can hear him go when he hits the wall, and then he's got to look up. Yeah. And I was like, oh, okay, now I understand it. He doesn't have to be that big, he doesn't have to be like this agile character because he still moves very quickly. And the chainsaw machine gun is just, assault rifle is just, that's iconic.
Yeah.
It's one of those iconic things, and it's been an incredible series of how but it's been still telling a story. It's not just you run and gun, and that's part of it, yes. But you can have a team-based play and have fun. You can have a single player and have fun, but that story has actually developed and gone across, not just for the characters, but for the enemies as well. So that's a cool thing, that they're balancing storytelling along with really cool gameplay and fun game, and to make it playable with people. The cross platform play is so important. At this point in the game, no pun intended, at this point, if you have a multiplayer game and it is not cross-platform, you're doing yourself a huge disservice. You are. Because not everyone has the same system or console company, I should say. So if I can play with somebody from Xbox or PC or Switch, whatever, it's so much fun to be able to do that, and I don't understand why. It's funny. Video game companies are getting along better than people in Congress. What the hell is going on here? That makes no sense. Sometimes I throw a topical joke in there, folks, because I'm very highbrow, whatever. But to have that at this day is so important and so incredible, and you need to do that. The Division is one that needs something like that. Yeah. That would be a perfect cross-platform game like that. So I'm glad that they have that. Helldivers I haven't played yet. It looks fun. We have a friend, David, who's talked about. Well, I have a friend. You have a mortal enemy named David who has.
He wants me to crash.
Look, I will instigate that beef all day, but I ain't part of it. But I will stir the pot. So I have like them kind of trading games. Like, okay, so we'll do, Gears of War. Okay, well we'll do Helldivers. Okay, bet. And then shake on it, like you're saying. I love that. So we need more of that, more of those types of things, because it makes everyone money.
Yeah, and that's the other thing I want to say is the exclusivity. It's cool. I understand it, because you got to make your ducats. But I think after you make the money, then make it available to the other console, because that's why I'm like so hyped to see that Microsoft is expanding with this. And there was another game that I'm going to forget, but they're doing it more and more, and it's good to see PlayStation doing it also with something like Helldivers.
Mm-hmm. It's honestly fun and good.
I was gonna say, for me, wait, I want to say my testosterone piece. You got all yapping. Jesus. I was gonna say, as a Gears of War player, I really do appreciate this coming out.
Yeah.
And also, fun fact, I do have the taxi replica Retro Lancer at my house.
Nice.
Oh, life size one.
Have you ever cross-played of anyone from Gears of War?
No, because the only thing is, if I do, I would need to get the kind of like I would actually need like somebody's football gear, at least for me, because it looks like for like the armor, at least for the females, I would need somebody that's either like played football. I could wear like their chest piece to run it. But also, I don't want to bring that Retro Lancer out, because you can't find that anywhere unless like you go to like a vendor, because this is a taxi cab one, and unfortunately I dropped it at one point and the sniper scope had broke, and I'm like, damn it.
Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, it was plastic, but like, what you gonna do?
Still, yeah, it's still like a collectible. That's still like,
Yeah. I'm like, oh, we're just gonna sit straight there.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We all have that item that if we drop it, even if it's still there, like if we drop it and it's like a little nick on it or whatever, we go. And even when we go to hold it or we see it, whatever, we always see that nick or whatever, that little imperfection. We all, whether it's a book, a collectible, a mug, whatever, a T-shirt, we all see. We're like, and we know we can't get it anymore, or it's too hard to find, or amount. It's like, 4 commas are in the price range of it now. So yeah.
I think that probably run you maybe like, I want to say maybe like $150 if you're trying to find it, because I got that through GameStop with like my points at the time when they had points.
Oh. Well, not to brag, but I use my points to get an Assassin's Creed pin. Yeah, that's not the same. Anyway, it's not the same. But I still have the pin, so I'm very grateful for that, because I do love that pin. That's the pin I have on my bag. Speaking of pins, Shinobi, Art of Vengeance. That's not a segue. I don't care. I'm gonna do what I want. I told you, folks. I'm the master of time and space. I can do what I want here. So Shinobi, we all know this has been one of those really cool franchises for Sega that has been out. When you think of ninjas, you think of Shinobi, you think of Ninja Gaiden, and you think of Tenchu. Those are the 3 games that I think of. The 3 game series I think of when I think of ninjas. Well, Shinobi is back, and I finally decided to watch the trailer today. I hadn't watched the trailer, and I was watching it, and I was like, oh my god. Oh my god, I'm glad I got an external hard drive now. Oh my god, this is ridiculous. Yeah, I was like, wow. So we all know that. Like, I'm just gonna show it to you while I speak because it just looks awesome. So there were two trailers that came out. There was one for the actual story, then there was one for the gameplay. The gameplay looks absolutely maniacal. It's just dastardly. So this basically tells the story of the Oboro clan. We all know. I love the fact that it was also a ninja that wore white.
Mm.
I mean, you know,
You're
I
like,
can't say anything. Hmm?
It's like, I'm not suspicious. I just stand out here in the open.
Yeah, I'm saying, but I can't say anything because then we have Naruto and orange sandals, which aggravates the piss out of me. So I can't really say anything. Right. So we get the story, and it's basically Joe at his village and his clan have been turned. His clan's been turned to stone. His village has been burned down. So Joe's got to go and figure out how to get through them. But his enemy is like Lord Roos has found this article, this thing that makes him immortal. I think it might be actually a death scythe, not to be confused with Soul Eater. Although if that happened, I would not be mad at that crossover. I would love that as a game too, or what have you. So it gives him this incredible power and everything. So this is basically Joe going at it. So you see he wields a stolen artifact. I think it's a scythe. I want to say that's the only thing I could think of, but it could be something. So it could be a Muramasa sword, which has a deep, very dark legend as well as far as death. But this is cool. This is going to be coming out on August 29th. So the end of the month, yes. This is from Sega. And I don't care. If you don't get that, I don't care. Some of you heard that and you felt it in your souls. I don't care. So when you do a pre-order, you get like the ghost outfit, you get Medic Life amulet, you get the digital art book and soundtrack, which I think would be ridiculous. Nice. You get to play it 3 days early, which doesn't really, it's fine. You get 2,000 in gold, but you also get the original arcade outfit, which I think would be ridiculous. Yes, exactly. And you would also get, the Fortune amulet. I am so hyped for this game to see it because I was a fan of playing Shinobi in the in arcades. So it was just something that hit me always, and I absolutely loved it. What I'm going to show you now is some of the actual gameplay, which looks phenomenal. I'm glad they actually have it out where you can see it. So it's going to be a side scroller with some platforming, but look at the art style.
Whoa. This has a Streets of Rage 4 type of vibe.
Thank you. The beat 'em ups are really coming back.
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't like a good beat 'em up?
Yeah. I mean, there are some platforming elements. Not necessarily happy with platforming, but look at the style of it. Look at the flow. Yeah. This feels very anime-esque also. Mm-hmm. I would not mind an anime or even a crossover of Shinobi and Streets of Rage, because I'm playing Streets of Rage now. And I love the style, the art, the look of it is absolutely beautiful and captivating. Look, the fluidity of the gameplay I love. Joe has different abilities as well through ninjutsu, able to use fire, water, and a serpent as well. Obviously different weapons.
Nice.
It just looks, Jesus.
Yeah, Lizard Cube, they are one of the developers behind Streets of Rage 4. So that's why I was like, okay, this looks very familiar as far as the style, and even the art style in the story trailer, like that.
It's similar to like those the cutscenes.
Yeah,
that you're getting in that game, which I absolutely love the storytelling again.
Yeah.
So this will be on PS4 and PS5. Okay. But this will be on Switch, Xbox, Steam, Sega. Thank you.
Nice. Is this Switch going to explode if you play it on? No, let me stop. Sorry.
Damn, they caught a stray on that one, but not so much.
How did it say Switch 2? It only said the Switch.
That's actually a very good point. Are they just calling it Switch now, or are they still saying Switch 2? I'm
it has to be two different systems, because like there is a Switch and there's the Switch 2. So it's not like
they're referring to it as the Switch now, and they're going to be the Switch original, like a name. You know how they change the name sometimes? This is Switch Prime. This is, you know what I mean? Sometimes then that becomes the new Switch only. I don't know.
I don't know, but like hopefully you'll go. You know what? I have a Switch, so I could probably check it on the store to see if it's actually available.
I would hope so, because the Switch 2 is only what 2 months old, if that.
Yeah,
Roughly.
Maybe
Yeah.
about, yeah. So it's fairly new. I mean, it should have been in development for it, but this looks beautiful. I'm so hyped and jazzed for this. I just love the fluidity, and I love the old school feel of it. There's sometimes you just need to beat them up. You don't need to go looking through the forest for every encrusted jewel slipper so you can get this weapon or whatever. This is me kind of being petty against Destiny, but what have you.
Like, what game is that?
Yeah, just, like, you know, some games you got to find everything to get something. You like,
yeah, I understand. Yeah,
you have to do another side quest just to put it all together,
which you never were told about.
Exactly.
But you know what? It's okay. It looks great. I'm going to be happy and proud to play it. Speaking of proud, the Proud family is back. Jabba. What?
Yes, we are getting another Disney Plus item today, folks. That's also
going to be.
I mean, like, if you guys, I believe this is 2025. If you guys have not watched the Proud Family that was already on Disney Plus from like the OG one, you need to start watching it, because now they're louder and they're prouder. So yes, we are getting a season 3. Yes. You see what I did there?
Yes. Thank you.
So we are finally getting a season 3, which I actually enjoy, like the first 2 seasons of Proud Family. Like, I was waiting for them to pick up. I'm like, all right, when's the next one? I'm ready to keep watching. So Proud Family is coming back. I am so excited. I like the different innuendos that they have in there now that relates to more modern day time. Like, I just see like everybody's on cell phones, and especially they handle other topics now. Because I think in the last, either the first season or the last season, they talk about how one of the twins has autism, and they brought that up because normally that's not talked about especially in a Black household, because like, you know, everybody's like okay, or like if not, you just go to church about it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think they start to develop now with other characters, which is good. I can't wait to, like, you know, who's gonna be voice acting as far as like special guest goes. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. So you guys haven't watched it, and also they're already renewed for season 4.
Yes,
It's not even out yet.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yo, that's what's up.
Oh
wow.
Yeah.
We got a few of these people. I remember, Gabrielle Union was already in it from like the first, like the original one, because they still have a lot of A-list people voice acting from the original Proud Family, and now if they're coming back, that would be even better. So yeah, August 6th. Watch it, be loud, be proud, and we here.
I'm loving this resurgence. And I'll give Disney their props for this, kind of, sort of, a little bit, maybe. Because Loud Primary, I didn't watch them. I think it was because I was aging out of it, and it wasn't hitting me like that. But every time I saw it, I knew the people's voices. Now I was like, oh, this is cool, what have you. So to see it coming back all this time now, and for them to be getting some of the big stars that are out now, and people, you know what I mean? And like you're saying, to modernize it, to bring it forward, I think it's cool. Even to have like the autism is a very important thing. Just having, not just about technology, but also having out how we identify now, because at that point we didn't have the words, or we didn't know the words, or we didn't have the maturity of communication, or even to figure it out. Whether the things like gender or autism or sexuality, we didn't have the human maturity. Truthfully, we did not have the maturity to even figure out the words. Now we have knowledge, and we have the words, and we have mother boxes in our pockets. We have smartphones, but the people still got to catch up. And we have things like that. So to have all that and to bring it forward, I'm actually going to go back and watch the first 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Because I want to see that, because I love the fact that they have all these people coming up. I'm hoping in this new season, I'm hoping that we get the voices of what's his name? Kevin on Kev on stage.
Yeah.
Kev on stage and Tony Baker. I hope they're like brothers or something, and they argued the whole episode. I would love that because they are two of the funniest people. I hope that we get something like that. I saw Kiki Palmer's name was on there.
Yeah, because she's one of the new characters, Maya. So she's there, which is like I'm like all here for it. Like I said, just for me because I love the Proud Family. I watched it when it first came out.
I'm excited for this. Honestly, this is another thing that it just feels good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just feels good. It's something again it's just a feel good moment. Sorry, folks, there's no anime fighting in there or lasers or smoke bombs or anything like that, folks. It's just good old fashioned, fun and comedy and a black family just trying to do what they can in this world.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm proud about it. Sorry, folks. Sorry. That's all I got. But back to sci-fi. We got gotta keep them guessing. In a galaxy far, far away, but not so far away as Robert Jeffrey's Star Wars.
Yeah, we are going back to Lucas's world. Bad Batch is one of the best things that's come out of the Disney era of Star Wars, and it's a really good animated series that focuses on I guess ex-clones, from the Clone Wars, and they basically become like I call it like A-Team in space, while trying to stay away from keep away from the clutches of the evil empire, which is on the rise. So it's like the TV series, I think it ran for 3 or 4 seasons, but it's between that period of Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope. So you have a lot of really good stories. Go and check out the TV show. It's really, really good. But we have a book a novel that's being released, digital print copy. I think this is an audiobook too, and it's written by Lamar Giles. And Lamar Giles writes. He's written, I think it's like horror supernatural books called Ruined Road, The Getaway, Simple. He's also written for like DC Comics and also National Geographic. And he, this story is going to, it looks like it's going to be released on the 5th, but it focuses on, I think it's like Echo. I always forget the name of the team. But so if you're looking for something that can kind of feed your Bad Batch needs because the show is no longer with us. This is something I've been looking. This is something to definitely check out. The other thing that I love about this is that we have another Black voice contributing to the world of Star Wars, and with pros and we've had Justina Ireland, Stephen Barnes, and I know Rodney Barnes is on comic books, but I love that more of us are contributing to this universe on the writing stage. So this is something I've been looking forward to because like I said, I like the Bad Batch, and it looks like we're going back and one of the missions that that they're kind of undertaking, and so you get a chance to see all 4 of the team members, including the Omega, without getting into her origins, but we get to see the team working in doing what they do best. I call them the mercenaries with heart. So, but yeah, definitely check it out, especially if you're a Bad Batch fan. But also, Star Wars has a really strong history with novels and novelizations of the movies and stuff. So I like that this is adding to that library of, especially in this like post Disney acquisition world, because I think a lot of the original books were kind of like given this legend status, but this is adding to like the current continuity. So I wanted to toss this out there so people can know that Black folks are writing Star Wars, but then also that there's a new Star Wars Bad Batch novel coming out.
Yeah, and to see that there's more than just that, like you're saying, that legendary trilogy, the Skywalker whole saga and everything. There's more out there, and Bad Batch has been one of those things that people have wanted and talked about, and really enjoyed the series on Disney Plus and such. So, and yet you're right, Star Wars has a huge legacy no pun intended again, of novels. They've got a lot of. I remember working with a guy, and he would tell me about the novels, and I was like, in detail, he would tell me, and I'd be sitting there like, so just even listening to how deep he would say it was, and everything that was there, I knew that there was a lot of story there, even from him, like, being told, because he was like, oh, well, this book, but then this book ties into this, but then this one, and he would actually like give me kind of a rundown of what was. It wasn't kind of, it actually was a rundown of what was happening going on. I was like, oh, but I can tell that I was like, because even when I go to, like, I'll date myself, B. Dalton, and I would see all I would see all those Star Wars books, like when I would go to the novel section, because I was like, looking at novels, I saw them there. So I love. So it is true, yeah. Seeing them continuing that legacy and of keep going with the books, I love it. Keep doing novels. Comics are great, but we need novels too. Novels are beautiful things. Excuse me so very much. I don't even know what that meant. I'm gonna be honest with you. Doesn't matter. You know what else is a beautiful thing? Butterflies, and how when their wings flap here, you can feel the repercussion in another country. Like maybe a leaf blows off of I don't know where I'm going with this, but it doesn't matter. Butterfly. I was trying to go with something deep and it just wasn't happening. So Butterfly is a new thriller espionage series out of Prime Video. Now, what I read, they instinctively said, please do not call it Amazon Prime, just call it Prime Video. So I said, okay, cool. I'll just call it Prime Video. That's all right. I have no problem with that at all.
Although it's on Amazon.
Yeah, but I can understand what they mean. I get what they I get what they're trying to say. It's cool.
But it's on Amazon.
It is. But I guess it's kind of like saying Kindle. You wouldn't say Amazon Reader. I don't know what they want. Anyway, that's fine. So I'll comply. So Butterfly is gonna. This is based off of a graphic novel from Archaea. I want to say.
Okay.
It's the name of the company. I'll read you the synopsis. This is David Jung, a mysterious former U.S. intelligence operative living and hiding in South Korea. Am I reading that correctly?
Yeah.
U.S. intelligence operative living and hiding in South Korea. That's not me, right? That isn't what it says?
You're losing it. That's what it
is. Because it doesn't feel right. I don't know why. Hiding in South Korea. That's his life blown to pieces when the consequences of an impossible decision from his past come back to haunt him. And he finds himself hunted by Rebecca, a deadly young assassin, and Caddis, the sinister spy organization she works for. I started reading some of the graphic novel, and I was, well, no, I'm not going to go there. Then screw it. I'm not signing in. And it just felt really cool. I love it. I love the fact that in this one, though, I believe from what I'm reading now, they've actually changed the race.
Yeah.
With that, I'm not mad at that. Also, Daniel Day Kim, who is going to be one of the leads, is actually going to be producing this. He's an executive producer. I love that for him. I was always a fan of his. He was one of the reasons why I watched Hawaii Five-0. When he left, I left.
Yeah.
I was bet. I did not care about everyone else's story. Was so boring except for him and I forgot his cousin's name on the show. I forgot her name, but she was Grace. She was on
Battlestar Galactica.
Yes, yeah, she was
Grace.
Not Pat's name. Grace, I forgot her name, but she was on there too. So when they left, because they weren't getting as paid as much as the other two white actors, but their stories were way more compelling. When they left, I left.
Fair.
That was fine. And then the show lasts, I think, 2 more seasons maybe, and then it was gone. So what have you? So I'm a fan of Daniel Day Kim.
I said, now you know why.
Yep, because it just wasn't good. I'm a fan of Daniel Day Kim. He was the best part of Hellboy, and that movie was hard. I was really there for him, honestly, because I wanted to see what he was going to do in that role. So this is like a spy thriller, which I love. I think Amazon Prime Video actually does this thing. I almost forgot the video there. Sorry, folks. When they do really good spy thriller espionage type of stuff. I look at The Terminal List, which was great. the Citadel universe, which they kind of, I think they fumbled at a bit, but even just having to connect the universe of these spies and this whole organization was very good. So I think they do that well. The spy thriller series will premiere all episodes on August 13th and also star Reyna Hardesti, Piper Perabo, and Louis Landau. Funny thing, Piper Perabo was in a kind of a spy thriller earlier called Covert Affairs.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nice little kind of fish. And when I saw her, I was like, wait, is that nice little fish tailing there? I actually liked it. That was pretty cool. The only way they could have made that better was if they got Jennifer Garner. Yes.
Yeah.
That would have been the only way that they could have made that a little bit better, which who knows? Quite possibly might, come into something else, later on. So I'm a fan of that. This is a series that's been in development for a minute. I thought it was actually coming out this month because I had it for our upfront at last episode. I had it ready. I was like, yeah. Then it said August. I said, oh, let me find something else. I got nervous. I was like, damn. So yeah, this is going to be exciting. I'm excited for this. As I said, that I'm excited because it's exciting. I don't know how many times I'm going to use word exciting. This is going to be August 13th. Butterfly on Prime Video. This is going to be a fun one. And congratulations to Daniel Day-Kim. Honestly, first time I saw him was in Lost, and doing all these great things. And we also need more like Asian leads that aren't just either a dragon lady stereotype or like the real quiet guy that can't talk to women stereotype, or just martial artist and doesn't talk stereotype. We need stories like this as well that show a variety of different characters. If you want to see something else like that, read The Manchurian.
Yeah.
Which was phenomenal, which is like an Asian spy in America on a mission. Absolutely phenomenal stuff. And folks, that is everything for this episode of our Geek Culture Upfronts. That was a lot. I'm not gonna lie. That was a lot. We had video games, we had novels, we had TV shows, we had animated series, we had more video games, we had comics, we have a incredible hardcover omnibus.
mm-hmm.
That's a lot going on, folks. So hopefully that will hold you over because TBA News is going to be going on a bit of a break. We did this episode early because a couple of people are going away to this incredible event called Dragon Con.
Dragon!
Have you heard of it? So you two will get to meet, which will be awesome, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. And I will be up here in Jersey, twiddling my thumbs and eating honey nut roasted cashews until they come back.
Oh, that sounds good. Send me some.
Doesn't it sound good? They're or almonds. I'm a big fan of honey nut. Honey roasted almonds now, which I'm a big almond person anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll be on a bit of a break until for a while, but in that time, the Hungry Bleak will still be going till maybe the middle of August, and I'm going to take a break because So in the meantime, no,
I said duly needed. You need a break, just a little bit.
It's a little bit. Even though I'll still be going to work and still be doing other stuff. But yeah. In the meantime, folks, enjoy the rest of your summer. Have a great time, and remember, just enjoy the stuff. There's a lot of stuff out there. There's so much fun. We've told you about a lot of it.
Yeah.
All right. You have any words before we go on break? What were you about to hit somebody? What was going on there?
Telling them to listen to us in the most polite way.
That didn't look polite.
Yeah, I was showing my thumbs.
I didn't see the thumb. All right, that's not how.
Thank you.
The funny thing is, your screen froze up, Java, and you were just like,
"That's just what I'm saying."
Okay, I'm sorry. Let me do this in slow motion. Listen to us for the culture. Us says so. Okay, I'm done.
The screen froze again. It does not help.
Am I unfrozen now?
Yes, but it doesn't matter because we got 2 shots of you.
I guess it doesn't like once. I'm sorry.
At first it was like this, and then it went like this, and I was like, I don't think you should be representing
sorry.
black power in such a fierce way, but
No,
I appreciate
sorry.
it because you're a black woman and you love being black. So that's very, yes. All right, cool. Fine. Yeah, so thank you very much, folks. We'll see you in a little bit. Have an enjoyable summer. Be safe. Drink water. If you're going to come, if you're going to Dragon Con, have a great time. Maybe you'll see these two there. You know, say hi to them. Let them know what you think of the show. As long as you like it. If you don't like it, don't say anything, please. Thank you.
Yep.
I got a fragile ego, damn it. Hell. And you all have a great time. Myself, I am Antonio Pomares, aka the Hungry Bleak, hungriest man in the room.
I am Java Chan. I won't do any more fists because I don't feel like having my screen freeze. So hi and goodbye.
And I'm Rob the Writer.
The ironic thing is her screen didn't freeze when she was like very hello, polite. But when that fist came, when the screen froze, it was almost like a mugshot. Like, have you seen this woman? And they'd be like this on the news. That's what it looked like. It's terrible. Folks, have a good one. Enjoy it. Be safe. And as always, F Trump. We will see y'all later. Please put your fist down. Please. Dear God, put your fist down.